All right, welcome back to Blue by 90. I'm Justin, joined by Tanner today, and we've got some brothers coming on the show today. TJ and Tevis Metcalf. How you boys doing?
Doing good. Appreciate y'all having us on the show.
For sure.
Of
Thanks for
course.
joining us. Yeah, man. Welcome to Ann Arbor for sure. You've been here for a minute now, haven't you?
Yeah,
Since January.
yeah, January.
All right. How you liking it so far?
I'm liking it. It's pretty calm here. I like the city. We not too close to campus, so I mean we get to see more outside of campus part. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
real peaceful.
Are you guys living together?
Yeah,
So
he downstairs.
So somebody says something, maybe one's got to go off camera right quick and, say what's up. It's down the hallway.
Well, we're happy to have you in Ann Arbor. So tell us a little bit just about how the summer's been going. You guys have obviously you went through spring ball. You had the spring game, and then workouts been going this summer. And we were talking to Marlon and Fred and some of those guys this past Saturday at Feldman Chevrolet. Man, summer's pretty much over for you guys. I'm sorry to say it, but camp is here.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm ready to get summer been fun though. We've been having a lot of fun in the weight room. Like all the team stuff we do, like player led stuff. But yeah, I'm ready to get fall camp started, I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, I'm definitely ready.
There you go. Yeah, man. I mean, it's one of those things. Tanner and I talk about it all the time. It's like summer's great, but we're ready for football. And so What's tell the people too, like what can they expect from you two? As you guys are going into fall camp here, what can people expect to see? When they're looking at the practice highlights and stuff like that.
So really just us two out there playing ball. I mean, I don't think nobody really gonna ever have something bad to say about us, because we gonna always perform at the level that we need to. So I don't know, we're gonna be having a lot of fun out there.
I think like for me is showing that we like a quarterback on the field, showing we know what we're doing. Showing that we can tell others what to do when they need help on the field, and also just play violent. So just a lot of aggression on the field. So.
I like that. See, that's you got me fired up. I love a little violence on the field, man. Within the white lines, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we'll be flying around out there.
You and B Hillman, we talk about him all the time, but he flies around like a bullet, man. So if we can add a couple guys like you to the fold, doing what he does, I think fans are going to be happy to see that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I like B Hill. That's my dog.
Two things on Brandon Hillman. So we were asking, some of the guys we had over at Feldman last week who some of the best hoopers on the team were. So we may need to get your opinion on that. But they said Brandon Hillman can hoop.
Question.
And I got to say, I was a little surprised to hear that answer because of the way he plays football. You would just think he just barreling into the lane, just plowing people over.
They be saying they can hoop. I ain't never hooped with them yet, with nobody yet. So we're gonna see.
Second thing on the violence, love that. Like I said, Brandon Hillman, there was probably 8 times last year where I was like, oh, please don't let a flag fly on the field for targeting. So that's got to be like a tough balancing act of playing hard and making hard hits, but also staying within the rules.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's definitely one of those things where guys the whole targeting thing to me is always tough, right? Because it's like you're moving at 100 miles an hour. The guy you're trying to hit is moving at 100 miles an hour, and they're ducking, going up and down. So, I mean, it's one of those things I feel like, there are some guys that you see clearly have intent on it, but it can happen so, nonchalantly. Like, you guys don't mean it, right?
Yeah.
You
never know where they're going, so.
Yeah, we always try to keep our head up in the tackle. So if it's down, you can't really do nothing about it if you make a bad hit.
Which is like a far cry. Like when Justin and I were kids watching football, like I don't know if you guys remember on ESPN, they had Jacked Up, the segment where they just show huge hits, and they were just a lot of CTE going on those, unfortunately. A little crazy.
We got to keep you boys healthy now, but yeah, let's take it back to end of last season for you guys. When Michigan comes in to play here, and you're talking to Coach Moore and Sean McGee and a lot of these guys in the building. What drew you to Michigan, and how did you guys end up here in Ann Arbor?
Really, I always say I've been recruited by Michigan like when I was in high school. So like I know hitting the portal, like that was always gonna be a school. Like if they hit me up, then I'll be highly considering them. On our visit, me and my brother, like we talked about it. We was ready to, take that next step. Come up here and see what it's about again, and just talking to Coach Morgan, all the coaches. It just felt like the spot, since day one. But we actually committed at the hockey game. I forgot who we was playing, but Coach Moore was there, and we were sitting by each other and stuff like that. And we got to talking about a whole bunch of stuff, and we just went on ahead and committed. And told them that we was coming. So I think that was a pretty special moment.
So how does that conversation go? It's like you guys are chilling there. We got a box of popcorn, watching hockey. Michigan hockey's good. Yeah. Student sections chanting shit at the other team. Shout out to the children of Yost. You're sitting there with Coach Moore. Tell us how that conversation goes to get to the point where you're like, all right, Coach, I want to be here. We're coming to Michigan.
I forgot.
We was talking about numbers, I think.
Yeah, we was talking about numbers or something like that.
Yeah,
and
we was
then,
talking about numbers.
I guess we have locked the number in on the visit, I guess. So
yeah, he was like
jersey numbers, right?
Yeah,
jersey numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, jersey number.
I mean, that's like a big thing, right?
Facts.
You gotta have that number available, right?
Yeah. Fact.
Have you guys? I mean, you came from a Nike school, but like, have you guys gotten any good Jordan swag from being in Michigan? I'm sure you just get tons of it, but like, you got any player exclusive shoes yet, or anything cool like that?
I said we're supposed to get that during the season, like when it comes to like the shoes and all that.
Yeah,
but like,
help take the edge off of fall camp, right?
Yeah.
Facts.
I got this shirt right here. So.
Oh, there you go.
Is that when you guys are coming out of high school? Like, there's probably 1,000 things that are more important. But I'm always curious because, like, I always hear or see fans who are like, "Oh, we got to be this brand or that brand." Does it matter? Like, is it just a cool little nice addition of like, "Oh, we're gonna be at a Jordan school," or do you even think about it?
Yeah. Like, of course you think about it, but like at the end of the day, you got to think about what's more important. Like, am I gonna play here?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then like when you get there, be like, okay, cool. Like we got all this, it's just icing on the cake.
Yeah.
I mean, Justin,
some brands that are more comfortable than others, I ain't gonna lie, but
yeah, that's a big thing too.
I mean, I'm a snob, man. When I play NCAA, like I gotta have a Nike or Jordan school, man. I can't be with no Adidas or Under Armour. New Balance. I like New Balance, but I'm not rocking New Balance on my jersey at Boston College.
Yeah.
I seen they cleats. I like the way they cleats look. I ain't had a pair though, but they seem like they would be comfortable.
Yeah, I remember back when Michigan was in the Adidas days, they were like the Adidas jerseys were so tight. Dudes could not legit move. Like guys were like, no, we literally can't wear these because like I cannot move and put my arms up to catch a ball.
It was like in high school. We was Adidas. It was pretty tight though.
Hey man, that was. I think Michigan fans are a little more scarred because we were Nike my entire youth, and then the Michigan went to Adidas, and I was like, oh, and then it just some of the jerseys were terrible. Like it was just not a good time. Michigan wasn't very good, so like going back to Jordan, Nike was like, thank God, man. Like so, we probably care a little bit more than like just like normal people do.
Mm-hmm.
How did you guys? Have you guys been 7-24? Like, has that been the number for you since you were little, or what? How do we get those numbers?
Nah, not really. This is my first time wearing 7.
Okay.
7's a great number.
Yeah, I like
Ari
7.
Page,
I
you
always
got
been
big footsteps.
I always
to follow,
been
man.
1, 2, and 18 at Arkansas, but I did wear 18 my sophomore year of high school, and then I switched to number 2 for the last 2 years. But I ain't never been number 7. I like it though.
In high school, for me,
Never
I was number 2 and I was number 4, so it's kind of crazy that I get to college on 24 for both years. So
Okay.
yeah, it's pretty
I
hard.
like it. I like it. Tell us a little bit about Coach Morgan and just like what, working out with him, practices, we know obviously every coach gets intense, but is he more that intense guy? Is he a put his arm around you guy? Like, give us a little insight into what practice is like with Coach Morgan.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's very like he's smart. I don't think he's like that intense he's more like I feel like he be acting like how he act like during the game, because most coaches I've been around, they not very like just intense yelling at everybody. They more of, we gonna correct it when we get in the film room, and they try to be calm and cool down, like just so they don't just be blurting out mad or anything like that on the field. Try to keep it cool. And, just get corrected in the film room.
I think he always try to like make jokes too, like in the film room. Like,
Yeah.
if you get caught on to something, he might make a joke. You never know. So you got to make sure you have your best practice, or you might catch a stray. To be honest.
Facts.
I love that. Sometimes that's more effective than yelling. If you get embarrassed out there, that's more effective. That'll make sure that you don't do it again. Exactly.
What's Wink
we were
like?
talking.
Sorry.
Coach Wink. I like Coach Wink. He old school though. I like him. He the one to just sit back and sit there.
He's got like cutoff hoodies going on. Is that his thing?
Yeah.
I
like that style.
Yeah.
Every day.
You got the gold chain on with like the turtleneck under a hoodie.
Does he go long sleeves though, even in the summer too?
I think so. Yeah.
I feel like
when we seen him.
like,
yeah. Past
like
times I seen him. Mm-hmm. Same exact fit.
That's funny. I do feel like he's like that was Coach Harbaugh's thing when he was here too. Like he had literally one outfit, but just like 10 of them, and he just rotated it through. I feel like that's Coach Wink too, where it's just like he's got 10 of that same cutoff hoodie, and it's just like his wife sets it out for him every day.
I don't know how you do that every day though.
I mean, wouldn't you want to change it up a little bit?
Yeah.
That's kind of like me with spring practice. I wear a long sleeve every day. Like no matter the weather, I had a long sleeve on. It was just like a routine.
Right. At what point did you guys like through winter? You're here obviously, and you guys are from Alabama, right? So. Yeah. At what point we were like, finally, like, get me out of this snow and slush. It warms up a little bit. Like, I feel like this year, it was kind of colder still, even into like May, and then it just went straight into hot. But for you guys, it's probably pretty nice compared to down south.
Yeah, I think once the snow hit, it was probably like when we was getting out of school. That's when the snow was like really bothering me. Like when we had to go to class and stuff. But other than that, it was cool. I like the snow.
Yeah,
I like the snow. All right, that's good.
Yeah, I got like
if I got the right stuff on.
4 puffers, I was good. So
yeah,
we got a layer up.
When we trained in Florida this past May, it was so hot. I was just like, man, I'm ready to go back to Michigan. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
There you go. So last Saturday when we were talking to Fred Moore and Donovan McCulley, Bryce, a couple of those guys on the offensive side. And from what I know, Fred just talks like crazy. He never stops talking. And I know Donovan does a little bit too, but everybody has told me that Fred is he just talks crap all day long.
Yeah, he do. We be on his head though during player led stuff.
Whole defense just chirping at Fred only. Like imagine just the whole sideline.
Only Fred the whole time.
Yeah, like, every route, like if he drop a ball, everybody just going crazy, like trying to get in his head.
I love that though. He needs a little humbling every so often. You know what I mean? Do you guys? Where are you at with that? Are you guys talking too? Through? I mean, because like we talked about it with those guys too. That like DBs in nature, just like I feel like naturally you guys talk a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So is that in your blood?
I feel like if everybody doing it, then that's when I'll do it. Or like if it's, I don't know if I've ever been the one to just start it, but I feel like if one DB start talking, then everybody gonna start. Then that's just how I go.
Yeah, I'm more the type person, like, even in the spring game, like, if I break up a pass, I'm just going to look at you like you're crazy. Like, I'll just go, like, step you down. And then, like, so say I made one pass break, I'm going to just look at you. The second one, I'm going to, like, probably do a little celebration. And then the third, I'm probably going to get real hype. Like, the more things that happen, like, the more my blood just get the pumping. Like.
I love it. It helps, too, with Rod on the sideline. I know Rod's always hyping you boys up, too. Obviously, hopefully we can get him back on the field here soon too. But I know he's talking all the time as well.
Yeah.
I've mentioned on the show. There is a photo from the 2021 Michigan Ohio State game when he's a true freshman from the state of Ohio, and Ohio State didn't recruit him, and he's up in Jackson Smith and Jigba's grill. And I have it framed because it's like the hardest picture, like the snow's falling. So maybe you guys can give us some of those, some more pictures like that this year in November.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to have some of them moments.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, obviously, you get the chance to go after it this fall. You guys, you've got. Bryce at quarterback, and you've got a loaded running back room, and your defense is reloading with D Moore and TJ Guy and Earn and all these guys coming back, right? Even though you lost a lot. So how excited are you guys to actually like we talked about, camp starting, you're getting into football now. How excited are you to be a part of that Michigan defense?
Oh, I'm very excited. I feel like we got a lot of high expectations at every position on the defense. Like at every position, it's a high expectation for every player. So I like that. I feel like it brings, excitement just to, like, I'm excited to see what I'm going to do. I'm excited to see what the corner's going to do. I'm excited to see what the line, like everybody. So that's what I like.
I'm very excited too because of, like, I'll probably say how our defenses ran. Like it's a lot like the league. You get a lot of freedom on like how you want to play your own technique. And I like the fact that they let me play like nickel and corner, like almost in equal reps. So I like to be moving around and I just think it's gonna be real fun. So
yeah, the nickel spot at Michigan has been massive. I mean, the guys that have played it over the last few years. I mean, we talked about Mike Sanders still before the show. Like that position, though, how complex is it compared to just being, an outside corner? Because I think there's a lot that you have to know to play the slot nickel at Michigan.
I'd say it's pretty complicated compared to all the other positions because, like, you got to know what the linebackers have. You got to know what the safeties, the corners. You got to know what everybody has. Because, like, you could be in the half, the deep half. You could be in the flats. You could be bumped into the box. Like, you could be doing anything. So knowing the nickel position, it just teaches you more about football, I think, than any other position.
Yeah. I just feel like you gotta be a smart player to play there.
You gotta be like you said, Tevis. Like I mean, I don't want to keep on bringing Mike Sanders still, but that guy, like the fact that he switched from wide receiver and then played nickel for 2 years and then he had 2 picks against Justin and I's Lions in the playoffs, unfortunately. But like to your point, Tevis, like I mean. Didn't he like stuff Jalen Milroe in the playoff game, like on a run? Like he's all over the place. He's making plays downfield. He's in the box to your point. So, but you like violence. So I think that's going to suit you.
Yeah. And I will say that like when Michigan came into the picture with the transfer portal, like I was a big Mikey Sanders fan. So like seeing how he was able to like play around the whole defense, that kind of inspired me to like, you feel me, be one of those type players too. And then, like, we went bowling the other day, and it was on him. So, like, that was a good experience to, like, be around a guy like that. So
that's awesome. I was going to ask if you guys have, like, been able to hang out with some former guys in the program that have had a lot of success. So it sounds like you have. That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of them be around the facility, so it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it looked like a number of them were back in town, the last few weeks before training camp starts for them in the NFL, which is always cool to have guys back. But going back to the intelligence piece of football, I think that the average fan doesn't know all that goes into it, right? They watch you guys make plays, lifting weights, doing drills, all that stuff. Can you guys dive in or just tell us a little bit about like what it actually takes from an intelligence perspective and you guys doing meetings and, going over film and that type of stuff?
I feel like you just gotta have to like want to when it comes to like just learning, and like the more you learn, the better you get at something. And like I feel like with me, like the more reps that I got at playing, safety, playing nickel, like the better I got at it. And with the meetings and going to the weight room, like waking up early, all that. I like being on that type of schedule, so I can stay fresh every day and knowing that like this is something that I want to do. So I'm gonna put all the effort like into doing that. So
Yeah, and also you got to know what type of learner you are. Like, are you an audio learner? Are you like a film type of guy, visual, or are you like a person that got to be out there and do it yourself? And I kind of learned that I'm more of a like experienced type person. Like if I get hit with a route, the next time like I'm gonna know it's coming. And like even with coverages, like you give me a coverage and I go and do it one time, I pretty much got it for the rest of they calling it. So like
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's one of those things where people just don't know. People don't know how much is going into what happens on the field, right? Not only in the preparation. Yeah, it not only in the preparation for what you guys are doing. I'm sure you guys have been in the film room since January, since you got on campus. But then even during a game, right? The reading an offense and making sure communication with not only with the coach but with your teammates. So do you guys are you working through like Ernest Hausman as the middle linebacker? Is he calling the play? Is the safety calling the play? Are you looking at your coaches? How do you guys really run your defense and get into position to where you need to be?
So I'll probably say like if like we don't get the call, like we ask him who to call, he's probably most definitely gonna like get it or hear from the headset that he has. So when he get it in, okay, so now we got the base call, and then now the DBs got to communicate based off of like where the receivers lined up, what formation, and then we got our own call within that call to let us know how we want to play that call. So you not only got to know like the base call of the defense, but you also got to know your tools. So like that's where it comes in with like a lot to do, like knowing the coverage fully. So.
Yeah.
Is this Michigan defense, is it more complex than what you guys experienced at your previous school?
For me, I would say not more complex, but like knowing that I've spent 2 years learning the system, with new coordinators, like we all got in at the same time. Like I knew that, like play in, play out, like the back of my hand. And, coming here, going into that transition, like I said earlier, like it was something that I want to do. And so I had to take the time out to actually understand like what these new plays are and like how can I adjust to a system where like they've been running this defense for however long, like everybody know it. I got to how I can come in, just fit in and pick everything up right away. So I mean, I like it though. I know this play with like back of my hand too, so less time doing it.
I'd probably say my freshman year being able to play nickel, I feel like that really helped me when it comes to like learning plays. Like because when I got after playing nickel for a whole year and a little bit of corner, that's why I started out with in high school. But playing nickel most of my freshman year and then coming to Michigan and being able to play both, I feel like it really helped my knowledge toward the game. So it was just like a very quick like snap of a finger when it comes to learning the defense and stuff.
Yeah, I say playing nickel definitely help like make all the other positions easier.
I mean, I think that's a question I have for you guys too, along the same lines. But just like you've talked a little bit about it, learning a new playbook, like a whole new scheme and everything. I think people think like transferring is you just hop into another school, you play, and you're good, right? Like how hard is that transition as well? Not only are you coming into new coaches and just have to get to know them as people, have to get to know a new town, a new city, right? You're moving into a new apartment. I think just classes, all that stuff. Like how hard is that transition? And then on top of that, you got to learn a whole new system, all that type of stuff.
I'd probably say like you got to prove yourself all over again. Like at your other school, you probably gain their respect, but when you come into another school, it's like, okay, they respect you as a human, but like when it comes to a football player, they don't even. You got to re-earn that. So
right,
yeah. Tanner, you got anything?
I was going to ask. I'll go ahead, TJ.
Oh, you got it. I thought he was talking to me, but you got it though.
Well, I was going to ask, man.
We got a lot of T's here. A lot of T's. Tevis,
we do.
TJ, yeah.
No, I mean, you probably don't know anything different, but I was just curious. Like, I mean, I feel like most people know your cousin TK Metcalf is a dog, and your uncle played in the NFL, but also your high school coach was an NFL defensive back. So, like, how much? I was just thinking, like, I wish like I had those bloodlines, or like my high school coach played my position in the NFL. How much though does that help you as you're kind of coming up and realizing like, okay, like I'm, Division I high level caliber of a recruit and a player, but like just helping with kind of adapting to college, learning all the intricacies of a defense in college compared to high school. Like how much did that help you guys as you were getting ready to go to college?
For me, like just seeing, somebody, that I'm related to, and like you said, my head coach, like somebody that, I gotta go and listen to and play under every day. Just seeing them, like, just made me want to go and do it. It's like they already made it to where a level that I'm trying to reach. So it's like anything I'm trying to learn from them, like I do it just so I can go and do it myself.
Yeah, I feel like that really helped, and like also like even with Michigan, like we got two assistants like Levert Hill and we got B-Hawk. They both played and they both are coaches too. So like if we need any training, like they'll take us outside and like we'll do some training or go get some film study with them. And another thing with having people that's like of that caliber and a little younger that we can relate to, they can like keep it more real with us. Like they can talk to us how the coach can't really speak to us. If we doing something wrong, they can just be like, "Hey, man, you tripping?" Like, So
yeah. I mean, it's definitely helpful, especially knowing that they were in your shoes not too long ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
They get it from that aspect as well. But really, I'm also just jealous because you guys have in your genes DK Metcalf's body, which is just like I don't know how he's so just chiseled at all times and just like. I mean, it's literally like supernatural, right? Like his body is not real.
Can you guys get away with just eating Sour Patch Kids all day, or do you actually have to eat clean, eat chicken breasts? Like, what does that look like? Is that just a Metcalf thing, or is it just exclusive to him?
Nah, we can definitely eat junk food all day and still be fit, but
I missed out on them jeans, man.
Away from that.
I lost the lottery on that one, brother.
I eat a lot of kid. I'm real. I eat a lot of kid.
That must be a Metcalf thing for sure, then. Because I mean, I'm looking at DK when he's like running down the field, and I'm just like, dude, the muscles on his arms, the traps, everything, insane.
I just want to say I'm very grateful that he is now in the AFC because the Lions and Seahawks seem like play every year, and that MFer, finally got him the last couple times. But my goodness, like he was just not fun to play against because you're just like, where's he at? Where's he at? You know, and then they got Jackson Smith and Jigba. You know, those slot guys they've always had. So you're just like, not fun playing against those Seahawks teams, man. That they just were loaded at receiver.
Yeah, Seahawks, my team though. I like the Seahawks. I've been a Seahawks fan since 2012. So, and then another thing, like him going to like my favorite team.
That's gonna be pretty sweet.
Yeah. Then we was like at the we was at that draft like the year he was about to get drafted. We was there. I think it was in Nashville or somewhere in Tennessee, I think. But yeah, like just seeing that whole experience, like that was pretty cool.
How old were you guys then?
It was probably, I think I was in like 8th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, 8th grade or 7th grade, something like that.
Yeah, it was pretty young.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like pretty cool too. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is that like a big motivational thing? Seeing your cousin fulfill his dream, and does that kind of make something click for you internally, or did you guys already at that point know this is what I want to do?
We definitely knew like this was something we wanted to do, and like I said, it's just a thing of seeing somebody that we related to go out there and do it. Like my dad got to see his dad do it, and we get to see him do it, and like this, it's all full circle.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of your dad too, so he shot us a DM. That's how we got connected and everything. Now on his Twitter, it's Coach Metcalf. So is he your coach growing up too?
Man,
yeah. This how we said how we built like this because of him.
Yeah, I can show you a video
like forever.
I can show you a video of me doing curls in the driveway, like listening to Rod Wave. I'm probably about this big.
You had zero muscle on your body, just like
just all back, just like leaning into it, rocking.
Yeah, I'm just rocking. Yeah.
Justin, if we ever have boys, we gotta hit up Coach Metcalf and be like, how do we do it? Get us there. We don't have the Metcalf genes, but can we work our way to it?
Yeah, I think ask those type of questions all the
time. We can do. I think we should do a Metcalf workout with your dad. And it's just like doing curls in the driveway. Then we eat Sour Patch Kids, and then back to curls.
Yeah, I'm already on that, bro. So like, I don't know how well it works for me, but
yeah,
we'll try it.
Like we had two of our homeboys and like people we played with do a workout with us before we left to come back to school after the 4th of July on this big old hill like down the street from our house, and he had us doing like so much stuff. They was about passed out there.
The grass wasn't cut. Like it was you just itching. Like the grass was wet too, so it was bugs everywhere.
Yeah,
real country.
I got stoned by walks out there and everything. Like
he probably didn't care though. He's like, you got to keep going.
I did
at all.
He'll say we had
right through my pen.
Yeah, he'll say we had 5 more reps. Next thing you know, we got another 5. Like.
He knew he had one more shot at getting you guys through his workout before you went back to school. He's like, I'm getting
that's exactly what he wanted to do.
Got us in the YMCA. Like he let me lead that one though. Yeah.
He
probably got you like wanting to go to like Michigan's workouts to get away from his, like that's a little bit easier.
So all right, so we're what month and a half away from you guys' first experience in the big house. Now, how excited are you for that? But you start off with a night game. It's going to be nuts. You obviously got your guys' first game in the big house. You got Bryce Underwood's first game in the big house, which a lot of fans are excited about. Are you ready mentally? Like, where are you at with that? And are you just like pumped to get to that moment?
Yeah, I'm ready for some football to start happening. I ain't gonna lie. Like, we're gonna like I said, it's gonna be fun. A lot more people gonna be in the stands, so that's something I'm ready for. Everybody say the big house to get like that, so I'm just ready to see it.
I don't want to.
So team chemistry for sure with me and my brother. Yeah. Like on the spring game when we was. Like sometimes we would just trade a blitz on the down, so like it's pretty cool. Like I want the fans to be able to see that.
I don't want to overpromise them though, because we do get rowdy. New Mexico, I don't know. We'll try our best. I don't want you guys, but let me tell you, that Saturday after Thanksgiving, that is the best environment that I've ever been in college sports. So we get up when we need to. So we'll try our best against New Mexico, though. I don't know.
I mean, game week 1, season opener, people will be excited, and it being a night game, people always, they're out.
We get a little bit more time to indulge.
We'll be tailgating all day long. That day, we'll be hyped for it. But to Tanner's point, we talk about it a lot. Obviously, we're biased. We're Michigan boys, but that Michigan-Ohio State game in the Big House is going to be electric. You got 4 in a row. They've got to come back to Ann Arbor now. So I'm sure. Have you talked to some of the other guys that have been in that rivalry about what it's
they
like?
say they get like that. Yeah. They say it's very competitive environment. They say they get like that.
It'd be very funny when our teammates that have been through it walk us through a slow mo of say they got into a brawl or something like that. It just hilarious on the things they saw. So
telling each event how it happened.
Yeah, everybody got their own POV.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
We had Derek Moore on. He's like, I just had the flag. I didn't, I wasn't doing anything with it.
He's lying on his ass too.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just innocent guy with the flag, and I was like, I don't know, man. I watched the video. I think you're doing something with that flag to that turf, but I don't know.
But yeah, man, it's one of those rivalries. I think there's a lot of, obviously, you're going after whoever's you're lined up against. You're putting your best foot forward, right? You're going to go after them. But on that day, it's just an extra level of intensity, and there's something after extracurricular activity after every play, at the bottom of the pile, that type of stuff. So I hope you boys are ready. I know you're ready, and we're excited to see that for sure.
Well, Justin, I want to share this because I did some research. So TJ, in a rivalry game last year against Auburn, you had 2 picks. Was it a forced fumble or a fumble recovery? Forced fumble. Okay, so 3 turnovers. So TJ shows up in rivalry games, and we know Tevis likes to play with violence. So I think we're in good hands, man. I think I'm more ready for football than I was before this call. So
we're gonna make some noise for sure.
I love it, man. I love it. Before we wrap it up here, I do want to ask a question. So if you guys are lining up against each other, who's getting the best of who?
It depends on what, because I'm more of a running back. So
okay,
yeah.
Man, he knows what's up. I ain't gonna say too much.
I'm too shifty. I'll be real.
I am too. He think he faster than me. He not.
All right.
we might have to get you boys out on the field and settle this at some point.
I told him he lucky that I ain't we ain't play against each other in high school. I would have had 200, 300 on him if I played.
Man, I got this little saying: I'm as fast as whoever I'm going. So it don't matter how fast you is.
Well, to run routes.
So Tevis was telling me he likes the game. He's going to get into streaming. So we got to shout out his Twitch here at the end. But who's better at gaming? Who's better at COD or Madden or NCAA?
Oh, me for sure.
All the sports games. Me, he don't play sports games.
I play straight like the other type of game, like Call of Duty, Fortnite, all them type of games.
Yeah, I told Tevis we're gonna have to get on the game, man. I may be 30 years old, father, husband. I can still get after these young kids on the Call of Duty, bro. They can't hang with me. So we gotta. And by the way, I told these guys you weren't here yet, Justin. I took off work today, so I played a college football game online. TJ had a game-winning pick for me.
Oh
yeah,
I like that.
I was fired. I was like, hey,
let's play after this interview.
Oh man, I might get smoked. we might have to set up let's set it up though. Let's get on. We'll do it live, man. And I'll get smoked, and I'll take it because you guys learn how to play nickel, and I'm just throwing the open grass, man. I run the air raid. And I'm just trying to see who's open, man. I'm not identifying coverages. 2 safeties, I'm like, all right, it's probably cover 2, cover 4. 1 safety, it's probably cover 1 or cover 3. That's about as deep as I go, guys. So you're gonna have me.
I just run my plays because I think they're gonna work.
It is unfair when you guys do this for your job. You break down an offense for your job. So, I actually, funny enough, I was on the phone right before this with a gaming chair company. So we'll get it sponsored. We'll get you guys up on Twitch. We'll get you guys hooked up. So we'll get it going. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys joining.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, this has been awesome. It's great to have you in Ann Arbor too. This so exciting. Obviously, you know, you look at what Michigan's defense was able to do the past 4 years, and now we're just reloading with you guys. So I'm not gonna lie, we're depending on you. We're banking on you boys putting on a show this fall.
Oh, we got you.
I don't know if Justin, you sold that well enough because my emotional well-being is very dependent upon Michigan football in the fall. So it's real. I'm a lot happier of a person when Michigan wins on Saturday. So
definitely
no pressure.
There you go.
We're excited to see you guys, man. You guys, you know, we'll be flying around, making plays, having fun, hyping up the crowd, man. I'm so excited for you guys to be here, and we're just excited for football too, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks.
We're ready. Well, shout out your Twitch, shout out your socials. Where can people follow you at?
For me, my Instagram is 4 straps with a Z and then an underscore at the end, and then it's the same for my Twitch as well. So
yeah, you can just follow me on Instagram, TJ Metcalf _, and that's about all I use for real.
All right. Perfect. Well, everybody go follow them, show them some love. And for us, you can follow us at Blue by 90 on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at Blue by 90 Podcast on YouTube and blueby90.com. We appreciate you guys. Go Blue.
Go Blue.
Blue.